the very first episode of India's Future Champs, powered by KidEx Venture Private Limited. My name is Miheeka Bhasin. I participated in the NERC 2021 Summer Edition and I got an AIR rank 2. It's a pleasure for me to have Mr. Dipankar Pal from Lakshmipath Singhania Academy situated in Kolkata. Sir, it's a pleasure to have you on board with us. And sir, for all our viewers here, I would request if you could give a short introduction about yourself.
Yeah, I'm Dipankar. I'm from Lakshmipath Singhania Academy, Kolkata. We have two schools. Another one is in Rajasthan, and I am actually associated with the ATL lab in the school. Right, initial we have started it as a promotional activities, and we found that many of the students are interested, and it landed up in our during the time when the COVID was at the full swing. So students were of the what to do and how to do the activities. So KidEx come to us as a very big help to fill the gap in learning. So this is how I get associated with this. And
thank you, sir, for that wonderful introduction. You spoke very profoundly about how KidEx and NERC came to you as a big help. And I understand viewers, some of you must be joining us for the first time or must be the new participants for NERC. So before beginning with the actual interview, I would just like to give a short introduction about the National All-Rounder Championship. So KidEx Venture Private Limited hosts a unique event by the name of National All-Rounder Championship twice every year during summers from May to July and winters, that is from December to May. The activities in the National All-Rounder Championship range from a lot of domains such as physical domain to socio-emotional domain, creativity and imagination, and language and communication, which offer a holistic development to the child and identify the child's unique talents, helping the child to improve and instill self-confidence and competitiveness. We had some great participation from Lakshmipath Singhania Academy Kolkata, and on that note, I would like to begin today's interview. So, sir, my first question to you would be, what was the initial response of the parents or the students when you introduced, this initiative by KidEx, that there is something such as National All-Rounder Championship that is going to help them identify the students' talents?
see, the very first time, as I told you, it was introduced during the time of the COVID, right? And it is not only the students who are logged into the houses, it is also the parents, and we are actually compelled to operate from the home. So they need to find something constructive, and the cohesiveness between the child and the parent has at the highest. So that is why in the very first this thing, I have seen the kind of quality that was quite mind-boggling, because parents are becoming the direct teachers, you understand. So this is what, not only that, small children need a lot of help in the submission and all that, understanding the true effect of it, right? They improvise whatever is there in the activity, right? But the best part is that the background work, which is usually done by the teacher in the school, are actually done by the parents. So we are really grateful to all the parents who has actively participated, especially the student of the junior school. The parents' participation is amazing, and if you look at the data also, you will find that it is the junior school, the performance is much higher than the middle school and the senior school. So that is what a big difference we have observed in the participation in the first.
Definitely, sir. And sir, initiatives such as these, I believe they really aid in family bonding, because it's the advent of technology. Children get so distracted, and we need initiatives such as these to channelize their interest in the correct direction, because I think summer vacation is a very fruitful time when we need to have initiatives such as these. So it will really help them.
One of the student, the parent was saying that my child is always in the KidEx. I say it is still better than your video games. Understand, here at least he is learning cognitively, which is scientifically designed, you understand. So then the parents say, oh yeah, then it is okay.
I wish to know How has the NARC initiative positively impacted your students, and have they ever spoken about this? That it's
See,
improved their academic.
yes, yes. It's a good question. What I can say that NARC. Suppose if there is no NARC, only the KidEx activity, right? Then the entire thing will become little dry. It is not the student who are competing; it is the parent who are competing. पता है my child has done this. My child has got excellent expert remark, right? All those things. So see, competitiveness adds to the quality. You understand? When you are competitive, you try to give your best. You understand? So this is what I see. The NARC is not a dry thing. That adds the beauty to the entire activity, the KidEx activity, right? So it is must actually, and best part is that it is happening twice, and it is designed really well because we have two big gaps. One is during the summer breaks, another is during the winter breaks when the Christmas breaks and all this are there. So child is little relaxed, he don't want to study, and he want to be involved with some direct learning activities. So I think this is a better way, to rejuvenate the student for the next, real academic things. I have a group of this 8-year student, and there was a once I just took one of the leaderboard and posted in the thing. Then suddenly you won't believe there are more than 20 posting of all the other leaderboard which I missed. You understand, sir? This is
Wow.
also, I am also in leaderboard, right? So that is what the what you can say, the association, or the belongingness which is coming from that achievement. This is one thing. Another thing, few of the children I have observed, they themselves are surprised that they are able to perform in that way, simply because they never tried. You understand? जो मैंने ट्राई ही नहीं किया है, जो मैं मतलब कभी उस डोमेन में गया ही नहीं हूँ, तो how do I know? You understand? So that
Yes.
also has happened. So another good thing about this KidEx activities, I have seen that the KidEx has a huge repository of activity. I hardly see any repeat kind of a thing. You understand? The whole matrix is so large, right? And that is why the same children who has enthusiastically participated in the previous one, they are still finding same enthusiasm in doing, because they know that they will learn something new.
Now, sir, moving forward, if we talk about the broader aspect of this, sir, two questions regarding this. So, do you think that initiatives such as the National All-Rounder Championship are relevant to students? And secondly, would you make this a regular part of your curriculum? And if not, what what potential challenges do you see in making this a regular part of
such things are already part of regular curriculum, number one. But the things are not as organized as it is in KidEx, number one, right? Organization wise, the way they I will say the package the entire learning things, that is quite amazing. I used to do, and as a single teacher, it is a hell lot of research which we have to go through, fish out all the videos, converting into a self-learning platform, right? That is need a lot of research and lot of work, which individual schools are, I don't think it is capable, because they themselves has a lot of responsibility, all the teachers. So in that way, I will give 100 points to KidEx, because the way they have organized it, way they have streamlined it, almost flawless. Technically, I can give full 100 points to it, simply because in my entire this thing, I never heard a single child coming to me and saying that, look, I am not able to submit my thing. Now, it never happened. The server never, give any complaints or, remark or something like that. Okay. There might be some confusion about the rules and regulation, but otherwise in submission, technically it's very sound. So another thing I tell you, it is very important that in the age of technology, online things are going to stay. Now online things are happening for each and everything, right? Even in ATL, all the SIP, we have 42 students selected for the SIP. All the SIPs are now online. You understand? Until unless you need to do something with hand, with the hardware or something, everything is online. Okay, so the platform has gone online. Even a big events are on online. So online things are going to stay, and you can take it for granted, because it gives a lot of flexibility about time. There are students who are saying me, when they are in a flight, they are preparing their things, and as soon as they land, they submitted it. You understand? So this is even people are, they are all traveling all across the world, right? And from there they are doing their submission. So any other thing does, I don't think, have the flexibility of doing so. So number one thing is the flexibility, which will stay. Second thing, as I told you, I say it again, that the standardization has been achieved by the KidEx, which is a primary thing personally for me, that I believe that standardization is the key for any kind of learning activity to pursue it on a long-term basis.
Do you think that initiatives such as these follow the objectives of NEP?
Then the school realizes that the mark sheet which you are generating, the holistic mark sheet, the things which you are giving. See, it is a very good measuring scale, right? And which we are getting online, right? So why would we like to let it go, that such a good evaluation system which is already there in place, which it is not helping us in just the KidEx activity. Somebody is very good in cognitive, right? So that is the same outcome is there in the real academics also. You understand? That person will definitely be good in math. You understand? If somebody is very good in physical skills, that person must be given some chances in sports. So as a teaching tool, I think this is a very good tool, which is for the teacher to measure the learning curve. You understand? The overall learning curve, it helps ना, like creativity and imagination. अगर मैं किसी बच्चे का देखता हूँ बहुत अच्छा है, तो मैं उसको automatically ATL में invite करूँगा. You come and do the solution of the real world problem thing.
And so I am reminded by this very good quote, that you cannot judge the fish by its ability to climb a tree. You need to have. So I'm reminded by this quote, and so I've been a psychology student, and there we talked a lot about the concept of intelligence. And I used to later I found out how wrong I was earlier, because I earlier thought that intelligence was if you do these set of questions correctly, you're very intelligent. If you're good at maths, you're very intelligent. But later I found out there are intelligences such as the naturalistic intelligence. There is a musical intelligence. There is a spatial intelligence. There are so many, dimensions of intelligence, and you cannot, identify an individual based on one dimension of intelligence. So that's how complex it is. And that's why we need initiatives such as these, which offer a holistic, outlook. And so since we're talking so peacefully and lightly about all this discussion, we're having such a fun time. I wish to know, I'm a little curious to know, sir, a little personal question. When you first heard about the National All-Rounder Championship, did you ever feel that, oh, I wish I had something like this when I was a child?
Yeah, see, when I was a child, I was very explorative in nature, right? In my time, there was no Google. When I was in school, there was no Google, just one DOS computer, right? उसके अंदर कुछ नहीं होता था, ठीक है? But somehow, whatever the KidEx thing I see, this part of education is missing in today's child. I already get all these things, whatever the shadow art, and I can look into the various kind of skills, these, that. Because we don't have anything, we don't have computer games, or we don't have mobile phones, nothing. So we used to do what KidEx is doing is you returning it back to these children. You understand what we have done, right? हम लोग तो जब बारिश होती थी बाहर जाके नहाते थे, पतंग उड़ाते थे, all these things. Now the entire thing is missing. You go to any child birthday party, you will see all the students are just into their mobile phones. You understand? Rather than that, I would say the KidEx is again making a reverse effect. How to do you are silently doing a digital detox actually. You understand? You are saying that how often you can balance the football on your feet. You understand? So definitely you are doing a great job because you are going back to our age actually. It is a reverse actually.
Feel is somewhere lost, and I think when we are talking about digital detox, I think the NARC takes us one step further to uh, pondering that okay, there are ways to have fun without actually poking your eyes into the phone or your computer
Yeah.
or anything else.
Yes.
And just speaking about this, so I wish to know your personal opinion. How do you find the National All-Rounder Championship hosted by KidEx as different from other competitions that are prevalent in today's time? How?
See, I was actually gone into many of such things, like बहुत से ऐसे प्लेटफॉर्म थे, लेकिन किसी में भी ना मुझे I was not very convinced actually. I myself has seen many of them, and I was not very convinced. They are all in a very discrete nature or unidimensional, right? None of them have the vastness and the research and the way the standardization which I said. This standardization is not just a one thing. Standardization comes when you take a lot of dimensions, the pedagogical dimensions and the teachers dimensions and the schools things, right? So when personally I see all these things, that is where it stands out actually. Because I will not allow anything like, which is, compromised with something. Okay, so this is where personally I feel that KidEx is a very good, our management is also convinced, how the things are, organized, how the results are there, right? And moreover, you have the way you have designed, you have actually taken away a lot of the teacher's work. Now in a single button click, the teacher can see the submission details and things, dashboard directly in just one click. You understand? So you are reducing the teacher's effort, right? And parents का थोड़ा सा है, especially in case of the junior student. Otherwise, students of the middle schools are on their own completely. Okay. They are filing the review, they are doing the resubmission, everything they are doing on their own. Even the checking and everything they are doing their own. Right? So, see, ultimately, in a life, only that thing will pay which, you are doing in a self motivation. That is what is the beginning. Okay, so this is what my personal opinion that, KidEx is here to stay because online is here to stay, and definitely the standardization being achieved by the KidEx, that is I would say that is the number one thing.
And for all the viewers here, I wish to apprise you that the activities that are present in the National All-Rounder Championship, they are designed very intricately and very nicely by all these rich experts which have experience in the field. So therefore, I would really implore you that make your child participate in this, because we have live examples. The students from Lakshmipath Singhania Academy, we had such wonderful participation from them, and I'm sure you get so many learnings at the end of this. And I'm sure, sir, there would have been many students who would have participated in one edition and they would have also wanted to re-participate in the next edition. I hope I'm right, sir.
Yes. There are quite not the student. Even the if there is some delay in registration, the parents are after us. So there are both kind of parents. Parents are after us, when we are going to start, it has started, when we are going to do the things like that, So it is with the parents also. We face all these things, but now it has reached a level of maturity that we create the instruction and the parents know about it.
Right.
Okay, so but definitely, the entire concept of KidEx is going to be part and parcel, because if you look at the national education policy, they are also they have included 10 bagless days. You understand? Bagless days means you are not supposed to get any books and this thing, only the tiffin and the water bottle, and you come and you just be involved. So that has become by law it has been enforced into the schools now. You must have 10 bagless days. Okay, so I think KidEx is definitely a very big choice. Okay.
Thank you, sir. And sir, which brings me to the last question of this interview. I think It must be really great to be on a platform such as this and celebrate the achievement of the youngsters. So sir, I would like to know, what was your entire experience of this interview? Did you feel nostalgic, thinking about the times when the students and parents used to connect with you that we want to be a part of this KidEx? And how did you feel about this interview, sir? And secondly,
See,
is your school participating?
what I the greatest feeling is like, Warren Buffett has said, if you are not earning when you are sleeping, then whole life you have to work hard. KidEx is like, teacher can say, students are learning when we are sleeping. You understand? So in the background, it is such a big technical support, right? And we don't know, our only thing we come to know is the dashboard. Okay. End of the day, dashboard is reflecting nicely. So we are happy because the KidEx is providing us such a big, learning platform, which is working silently and without knowing. Only at the end of the day we come to know, okay, your school is the number one school in terms of learning. Okay, so that feels really great. Okay, so I would like to thank KidEx for providing all this support and things, right? The team support is really good, right? We hardly there is any problem which is not been resolved by the KidEx. Okay, so it is always resolved on time. So thank you, KidEx. Thank you very much.
Agreed, sir. So thank you so much for answering so nicely. It was a pleasure to have you on board with us. And yes, dear viewers, that concludes the first episode of India's Future Champs powered by KidEx. Stay tuned for the next episodes and we'll meet you again soon. Till then, hip hip hooray for the wonderful participation by Lakshmipath Singhania Academy Kolkata, and thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.